This is Jeff Corrigan of the D Zone with Clarktston head coach Justin Pintar. First year as a head coach at Clarktston. I mean, 3 just brutal games to start your tenure so far here at Clarktston. What's it been like?
Yeah, you know, the first game, played Davison right away at the big house, and obviously a very good team, very good opponent, and we left there feeling like we didn't play our best football, and we knew that we didn't have time to kind of sulk and whatever, because right after that we were going up against Southfield, who would just put up a ton of points against Cass Tech. So you know, we got back to business, played Southfield. Obviously our offense had an outstanding game against Southfield, and then we followed that up with Rochester Adams, and you know, I thought our defense in the second half especially did a much better job in the second half of that game, and offensively we had guys that made plays all day. So you know, I thought that after that Davison game we learned from our mistakes. We got a little better against Southfield. I thought we even got better in week 3, and hopefully we continue that and get even better in week 4, because this is obviously a great test for us.
As a game like West Bloomfield, you know, 3-2 state final, close game every year. As a coach, what's it like preparing for a team like this, and you know, just carrying what you learned from the season so far to apply it for this week?
Yeah, I mean, West Bloomfield has turned into a kind of a huge rivalry game for us. I think someone said it earlier, I think we're 6-6 in the last 12. It's just been a back and forth kind of contest. So, you know, last year they got us, the year before we got them in overtime. And so we know going into this game what kind of battle it's going to be. Every year it's the same thing. So, you know, we talked to the kids about being mentally focused and prepared all week long. I thought our practices got better and better as the week went along. And we know, you know, we got to play a great football game tomorrow. We got to take care of the football in order to be a really, really good football team.
Let's talk about your juniors and seniors. You know, it's tough to say which one's better. Obviously, it's probably the seniors with the more experience, but your junior class isn't far behind. They seem to really mesh well together with each other. From your perspective as a head coach, you know, let's talk about the type of, you know, leadership and just, you know, the work ethic they have.
Yeah, we have a really, like, a family-oriented team is what we keep talking about, and our senior leaders are really good with that. I mean, they're just really good kids, and that helps. And then we have juniors. You know, a guy like Dez has been with us now for 2+ years, and so he feels like he's probably a senior, right? He's been with those guys for so long that they know him and know him well. And same thing, you know, Brody was with us, Cozen was with us last year, so those guys have a couple years under their belt. They've been with these seniors now for a while, so that helps a lot too when you have it's not a new group. It's not like these guys don't know each other. They've been with each other for a couple seasons now, so that definitely helps with the camaraderie.
All right, and last question. You replaced Kurt Richardson, you know, as the head coach here. You know, what was he really kind of told you, the advice he's given, you know, what did you learn from him that you've, you know, applied as head coach?
The biggest thing from what KR, just kind of learning from what he did is how much one, like his relationship with the players. I think that's something that you learn as you go through, you know, 7-8 years of coaching with him. Is he had a great relationship with his players, and when you have that kind of relationship with your guys, you can coach them differently, right? They play differently because of that. So I think that's one thing that you just kind of observe and you take from him. He's been tremendous for me as far as like helping out with just little things, right? Little fine details, whether that's off-season stuff or preseason stuff, camp stuff. He's been great, and I can call him up anytime, and he'll sit down on the phone with me for a half an hour, and just go over stuff. So I think that has been a huge help for me in my first years, being able to lean on him when I do have questions. And he hasn't tried to get like involved and be in the way. Sometimes I think coaches that leave, and I'm sure he's had a hard time probably stepping away a little bit, but he's not trying to still be involved. And I think sometimes that can be hard for coaches to walk away from it. And I think that's been helpful too, is that he's there when we need him, but he's not trying to overstep his boundaries and anything like that.
Coach, thank you very much, Justin Pintar.
Thank you.